My name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Sunday, January 14th, 2024. Today I will finally harvest the honey from my bees. I will continue to produce charcoal with my oak trees. And I will descend again into the caves to illuminate them in order to hopefully stop Endermen from spawning. But first, I need to feed the very, very hungry cat. So, what about a salmon? What about your favorite fish? I'm quite sure the cat likes to have a salmon for breakfast. Red cat? Yes, you. I was talking to you. Here. Have your favorite fish. Alright. Cat starts to purr right away. So salmon definitely was the right choice. Alright, let's do the usual check. One of my bees. Hope you're having a good time, my friend. Hope you're having a really good time. Park looks good. The bee seems to be happy. The salmons are happy. Do I like to really get the honey or do I rather like to get the honeycomb? Getting honeycomb would be interesting because then I could have another set of bees somewhere else. Oh, here's even some pollen. It is back. That's cool. Nice details. Very nice details. Yeah, let's get a honeycomb. Means let's first get my shears. I think the shears are in the warehouse. Let's get there and start the production of charcoal while I'm at it. So yeah, all those tasks I planned for today are rather lightweight tasks. And this is because I want to continue talking about the application process for those professor positions. I had to give my demo lecture and demo research talk for each of the two positions I applied for. One on Wednesday and one on Saturday. When I think back to those talks, I still stand true to what I basically said or answered when I was talking about how I felt after the talks, after the interview. Basically, I would do it again. I would do it again exactly the way I did it. So I don't regret anything. I'm completely fine with the things I said, with the things I did. So that's good. That's very, very good. I was a little bit surprised by how I felt after those talks. So it was not like, okay, this was something super important, super big, super nice. It rather felt more like, okay, this was like any other keynote I had to give for a certain event or certain audience, or because they want to hear something about using virtual reality for learning or for the induction of emotions, whatever. Even definitely the scientific questions after those talks that ask for certain aspects of my talk. I mean, they were those typical science questions. So there was nothing nothing really special about it. It was like with any other scientific talk. So nothing special here. But even the interview, the job interview afterwards was not that exciting, I felt. I mean, sure, some of the questions were a little bit more topical or so. So, I mean, I got asked how would I react when students complain about the exam being too difficult. And I think there was a different question during the other application process. I was asked how would I react when they complain in a course evaluation or something like that. Sure, those questions are rarely asked when being in a networking situation or so, or when being in a post talk scenario. Most of the other questions were sure they wanted to find out who I am, what I think, but it didn't really meant something to me, I felt, in the end. So it was okayish. Yes, I want to eliminate caves as exactly because of you. Ah, these stupid Endermen. Why? Why do they exist? Seriously? Seriously, Enderman? Can't you just go and be somewhere else? Please. Please, be somewhere else, Enderman. Leave me alone. That would be good. Yeah, after Wednesday talk, I think, well, maybe it was not the bee. Okay, bee just popped out. I'm afraid to put down a fire when the bee is here. Maybe I should do it in the evening when the bee is back inside of the hive. Let's make it in the evening. I think this could be safer. I used all my torches. Okay, I need to focus more on my charcoal generation. I had such a great plan for today. Now I am getting confused and I'm thinking about so many various things. And I'm not making anything at all. At least it feels like it. So anyways, after Wednesday, maybe it would have been also similar experience after Wednesday, like after Saturday. The big difference just was that Wednesday also went to the ambulance service, and yeah, I did an ambulance shift there as the third person on the big ambulance car. So that was cool, especially because with my progress for the medic training, I had a big selection of questions where I wanted just to learn more, and so I threw all those questions at them, at my ambulance crew, and they really patiently and vigorously and excitedly and whatnot answered these questions. So they found it really cool that someone is that interested and has so many questions and wants to know, wants to learn so much. So this was really a great time. Yeah, so I went there, and maybe because I got there, it was less of I'm just thinking about the application process. I'm thinking about the talk or so. I was more distracted, and I was doing other things, exciting things, cool things, learned a lot. That was very interesting to observe myself basically, because I felt these 8 hours I spent there went by so quickly. It was really, really amazing. It felt really good. It felt really like, okay, I'm doing something good here right now. And yeah, so I really enjoyed every moment. But on Saturday, I of course later did some let's plays and so on. So Saturday was also great, but in the evening I thought back on the talk, on the lecture, and it felt like, okay, this was like any other lecture. So there was nothing special, like, okay, this was now an important thing or so. Anyways, why are you still outside? You're supposed to be inside of your nest. Okay. Okay, I hope you stay in there, because I do not want to burn my bees. Okay. So now I should be able to safely get the honeycomb, right? Right. Okay, do I need... I think I need to get the... I need to destroy the thing again to keep my bees safe. I hope this will also make them pop out again. I got 3 honeycomb. Nice. What was this? This 1 block I can get? Honeycomb block. Okay. Can get a honeycomb block. Very exciting. So yeah, this was... This felt a little bit strange thinking about this. But yeah, like I said, would do things again in a similar way. I also had some guests. There were only the members of the search committee and one. Okay, now 2 bees are out. So I think they really just waited for me to get all the honey. But where's my 3rd bee? Be there a 3rd bee? Maybe I really need to make sure that I get a 2nd bee situation, a 2nd set of bees to always have a bee population. I mean, I'm always afraid that they die out for whatever reason, and this will be sad. This will be very sad. Okay, this cave is done. I should have remembered this. So yeah, this was basically the talk, and yes, there have been always 1 additional guest, because some of my colleagues and previous students of mine are really excited about my chance to become professor. They asked so many questions, and I said, hey, my talks are public. You can just join the talk if you're that interested. And so I had a guest in. You're not friendly, spider guy. Owie. Should be friendly. I have so much light out here. And yeah, this was cool. It was nice to see them care so much, basically. And yeah, then the talks itself, as said, they went pretty good. They were pretty alright. I found those questions okay, but yeah, that's about it. Then I also learned that they will inform me about their decision, maybe in summer or so. I'm not entirely sure when they actually will inform me, but that the earliest time when they want to, or when they think one of the new professors could start, would be wow, there's so much. So much. How do I get out of there when I try to get down there? I can't get out. Ooh, out of there. When I descend down there, unless I get some ladders. Okay, this cave. This drop's a little bit dangerous. It becomes a problem to remember where I have been. Where there's still some dark places. But I feel this is already going the right direction. I think I eliminated everything down here, except for this one steep descent. And yeah, so the earliest time that someone would start would be around October. So it will definitely take some time until I hear back from them to find out what they really thought about my presentation, if they liked myself or not. It's... How did I end up here? I wasn't aware that I can even get here, and was all of this solid at some place and Enderman just grabbed it? Almost feels a bit like this. Fill that in, I guess. I am really confused what those Endermen have done, and I'm to some extent really disappointed that Enderman can do this. Yeah, I think that's all I can say about the application process. So talks were good. Interview, I guess, was good. As I said, when both times I was like, okay, I would do it again in a similar way. But if it was good or bad, I don't know. I mean, I think there's so much else that plays a certain role. They definitely had their favorite candidate for a certain position. So I mean, I obviously don't know if I was the favorite candidate, the desired candidate, if I was just one candidate where they thought, okay, this person sounds interesting, let's invite him. Yeah, it's really a situation where you don't really know anything, or where you can predict something. And yep, so in this case I can only see what happens, and yeah, then deal with whatever comes out of this situation or so. It was just so strange because, as I said, they didn't felt that it was something major or so. Especially after my professor said, like, you have to be, everything has to be perfect, everything has to be spot on and so on, and this is the most important thing. And well, after the talk, I just thought, okay, that's it, I guess. Yeah, not that impressed. Yeah, that's I guess really it. The remainder of the week was still chaotic. I mean, on the one hand, I was preparing. To Wednesday, I was preparing the Wednesday slides and reworking them, refining them. And oh dang, I had an entire stack of dirt. Could have just continued to fill in that strange hole, or where I assume there's an Enderman hole. Yeah, I felt like I prepared the slides for Wednesday, and after Wednesday I of course was working a bit on the slides for Saturday. There's also the accepted paper, or the conditionally accepted paper, that I learned about just before Christmas. So I had to work on that situation. And yeah, all in all, it really was like a very packed week. The next week will be packed too. The next week will be really packed again. There are so many meetings coming up, especially tomorrow. And the deadline for the camera ready version is so confused. What was stolen here? Something was stolen by Enderman, and how I can stop them from doing this. Anyways, I'm always talking about this because it really annoys me. And yeah, so the camera ready is due on January 18th, which means after I had my packed meeting day tomorrow and my teaching day on Tuesday, I have only Wednesday to finish preparing the camera ready version. Then it's already Thursday. Thursday and Friday are some smaller meetings scheduled. It's just so much chaos. So much chaos, so many meetings. And yeah, it's a bit too much. It's really, once again, a bit too much. All those things, all those tasks. And I feel many of these tasks aren't really that important. So yeah, anyways, lots of chaos is going on. This is basically the bottom line. So is there anything else I need or want to discuss? Well, not really, I feel. I can't really say so much more about the application. I thought I would be talking a lot about it today, but in the end I can't, because it was really this awkward situation. Okay, it's over now and does not feel different to anything else. So, I mean, I see it as a good sign, because it means I can soonish, rather next time, start working on the 2023 monument. This is about time. It's really about time that we come up with a pattern, with a design, with a color selection, and I can set up the construction, prepare the construction for the 2023 monument. It's just a thing I just remembered. I got a message from one of the persons who watched my talk. So she was watching the talk on Wednesday, and she asked me now for how was my feeling for Saturday. So I still have to reply to that one, because I saw this and haven't had time and forgot a little bit about it. Now that I'm talking about this here in the coffee break, I remembered the question. I think I have to answer that one. But yeah, I think this really summarizes it. It feels now a little bit more like a weird situation, this coffee break. As I started with the idea, okay, I can focus on the honeycomb, I can prepare everything, I can descend into the cave, that I have plenty of time to talk about the application process. But all of a sudden felt like more, okay, I don't have actually something to say about it. Anyways, we are at the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you are joining me next time when, as I said, we are focusing on the 2023 monument, unless something else happened and I have something exciting to discuss. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Sebbi. See you.